give him the money. He takes the money to the mechanic. My car is still tripping. I think he took the money. I think it was all a scam.
You find something funny today?
Yeah.
I didn't see a comedian walk in here.
Today on Judge Sapp, our plaintiff is Dealasia Whitaker. She's suing her friend for the $600 she gave him for repairs for her car. Dealasia suspects her friend simply took her money and that repairs were never even attempted. The defendant, Ilya Stedman, says he gave the money to a mechanic who fixed the car. Ilya claims it's not his fault if the repairs didn't work out and that he was just trying to help.
Okay, we have Miss Whitaker.
Yes.
Suing Mr. Stedman. Please explain your case.
I met this guy, Ilya, about 4 years ago. I was working at the grocery store, right? We became friends. You know, he would always come in the grocery store, come in my line, you know, saying, hey, what's up, whatever. So eventually we became friends, not on a relationship.
Not a friend.
Right, just friends.
Okay.
A month ago, my car breaks down. And he's telling me like, hey, you know, I know this guy, he's a mechanic, I can help you out. So I'm a nice student. I tell him like, you know, I might need you to drop the car off for me. He's like, okay, that's fine, you know, cool. Takes the car and he calls me a couple of hours later. He's like, hey, it's the fuel injectors and you need a tune-up. So I'm like, okay, how much? He's like, $600. $600, you know, for fuel injector tune-up? It's kind of a lot. But he's like, well, you know, you need to get it fixed, so, you know. I'm like, okay, give him the money. He takes the money to the mechanic. Days go by, turns into a week, I still don't have a car. I call him, I'm like, hey, I need my car. What's going on? He's like, oh, no problem. I'm gonna bring it to you in a couple hours. You know, give me a minute. He brings me the car. The next day I'm driving and it's doing the same exact thing. So I call him and I'm like, dude, what's up? Why is the car still tripping? He's like, what?
Not true.
He hangs up.
Not true.
Very
Not
true.
No.
Very true.
So I said.
He hangs up the phone. He hangs up the phone.
You find
Maybe.
something funny today?
Yeah, because she's not telling the truth at all.
I didn't see a comedian walk in here. I didn't see anything funny.
I mean, it was hilarious to me. She's not telling the truth at all. That's not how it happened.
Well, we're gonna give you a chance to tell your side of this.
Okay.
This is her chance.
Okay.
I'll get to you. But while you're there, there's no comedian here, so the snickering and giggling, I don't think anybody's tickling you with a feather today, right?
Nah, ain't nobody back. I hope not.
Please continue.
Okay. So he calls me back and he's like, the mechanic's not answering the phone. I'm gonna keep trying to call him, but you know, he's not answering right now. Days go by and he calls me and he's like, okay, well, I can't find him. He changed the number. I'm like, okay, well, what about my money? Like, my car is still tripping. Not only that, it's making a loud noise. It sounds like a tractor. Like, I'm embarrassed to even pull up. You know, I don't even want to go nowhere because my car is, like, ridiculous. I never got the money, never heard from the mechanic, and he doesn't want to give me the money, you know, nothing. You know, I think he took the money. I think it was all a scam. You know, he doesn't have a car, so why not take my car for a week?
Let me hear your side.
This is what happened with the car. Friend I'm talking about, it's not even a friend, it's a friend of a friend, and he fixed my car. So I was like, well, he did a pretty good job with my car and it was pretty reasonable. Since you don't have the money to get it done the right way or in the, you know, I'll take it to him. So the real reason why she didn't want to take it to the mechanic is where the mechanic live at. You know, it's not the coolest neighborhood. It's like real kind of rough.
Hold on. Would you agree with that?
No, I would not agree with that at all. He never told me where the mechanic was located
Judge, you
or
see
anything.
how she dressed, right?
But I'm trusting
you ever
him.
ask?
I asked him, and he told me it's off of Normandy and like Manchester or something like that, somewhere in LA. But
so he told you it was between
It's in
Normandy and
Watts.
Manchester.
It was in Watts. In the
Watts,
hood.
somewhere in Watts.
In the
Now
hood.
it's in
LA,
Watts.
pretty big
Well,
place.
he told
In the
me-
hood. In the hood.
Okay.
That's not what he told me.
So he
Okay,
told
and I'm
you your
just
car
trusting him
was being taken where?
off of Normandy and Manchester. That's what he told me.
Okay.
And you know, I'm trusting him because we've been knowing each other for about 5 years.
See, Normandy and Manchester.
You know-
What's on Normandy and Manchester? Ain't no.
Stop.
You know, I mean, I live in Gardena. I stay in a nice little area. I don't go
In the hood.
exactly.
So when he
So,
told
I
you
don't
where he
know.
was taking your car, you said, you take it for me. I'm not going there.
Exactly.
So what he's saying is correct.
Well, No.
Please
so like I
continue.
said, she didn't.
Please continue. No, I heard you, but it's okay. Go,
You know, like I
continue.
said, she a little, a little pretty. She didn't want to go to the hood, so I'm like, okay, I'll take it
I
over
understand
there.
you was doing her a favor.
Right, ain't no big deal. I done been over there before. That's where I took my car, no problem. So go over there, take the car over there. The guy's like, okay,
The car sounding like a truck when you take it over there.
car don't sound like a truck. It sound like a diesel.
Okay,
like a big,
all right, I
big
got
truck,
you.
big truck. And anyway, took the car over there. Went back after, like I did. I called her, told her how much it was gonna cost. She's like, that is a little much, but I was like, it's still gonna be cheaper than what you would pay. So she's like, okay, cool. So she gave me the money, took the money over there to the mechanic after I got the car back.
What you said without any money issues is, when she gave you this money, she expected you to bring her car back in good condition,
Exactly.
and you was gonna make sure that.
And when I drove the car back, there was nothing wrong with the car. Sounded fine.
So I'm saying, you drove a diesel over, you gonna make sure when you
Yeah,
brought it back to
when
her,
I drove a
it
diesel,
wasn't
I
truck
drove a
or
diesel
or
over
any
and
of
it
these
came
things.
back a car.
Okay.
So I gave the keys back. She know me. If it was something wrong with the car, I wouldn't have took it. I'd have been like, hey, dude, you need to fix the car because I'm not gonna bring the car back to her like that. So now, after a couple of days, we were hanging out and the car was making the diesel sound again. So I was like, oh, okay, I understand what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So she's right. We tried to find a guy, couldn't find a guy. But I don't think I should be held responsible because I didn't fix the car. I'm not a mechanic. That's not what I do. I just trying to help her out, get her car fixed. I was the one that took it over there. Yeah, but I'm just the middleman. So I don't feel like I should have to pay her for being in the middle of her and the mechanic.
Jody, please give me your opinion on this.
Well, if the defendant in good faith took the car to the mechanic and paid him the money, he is not responsible for the mechanic's workmanship or lack thereof.
Louis?
I feel like it's just a bad investment, You just put your money in and it didn't work out for you this time. You should have taken it to a real mechanic and spent the extra money.
I think I've heard enough, and I'm ready to render my decision. Ms. Whitaker, as much as I sympathize with you that your car was sounding like a diesel, a truck. Like Mama say, sometimes when you deal with the shade tree mechanic, sometimes it gets shady. He was just helping you out. It was a place you wouldn't go. It was a place you wasn't gonna go. He took it. He tried to help you out. Can't hold him responsible for what somebody else's work was. My judgment is for the defendant. Hit it, Louis.
You let out a bit of a squeal of, it was hard to tell if it was delight or terror at the end of the case there. Can you explain?
That was anger.
That's how you express anger?
Yeah, sometimes.
It was like a
I want
high
to
C sharp.
rip his head off, but
You must be pretty disappointed by the judge's ruling, huh?
very. I'm out of $600, and the car is still broken. How am I supposed to get it fixed now?
I don't know, maybe take it back to the hood?
What? No, I'm not.
Well, it seems like you're a guy with a hookup. You can get people into mechanics for on the discount. What else do you get hookups about?
I dibble and dabble a little bit of everything.
You dibble and you dabble.
Yes, I dibble and I dabble a little bit of everything.
Do you double?
I've never doubled before. I should try that.
Well, maybe you can start doubling for me a little bit.
All right, I'll try to double.
Well, congrats again, Ilya.
All right, thank you.
Good job. He dibbles, he dabbles, he doubles. He's Ilya.
People always ask me, what's the difference between playing football and being a judge? Well, in football, you wear a helmet and pads. In judging, you wear a robe. That's just one of the many differences, because the two things literally have nothing to do with each other.